Oh. Oh. Thank you, Spirit. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody can hear me. Thank you so much, Spirit guides, angels, all beings that are here. Messages need to be given. Please send the right ones our way. The right ones our way. Yep. Memories. Light. Crap. Soul solution. Oh. I'm going to read the meaning. That I hope you guys are able to see that. You know, this is just a last minute channeling that I was being pushed to do. So there's something important that needs to come out. You can read the description box and, you know, you did not find this channel by chance. So, with this beautiful awakening, you know, you're coming to realize the light within you. And it's a beautiful energy because you're able to leave your light, your presence for the ones that are not awakened yet. And when they do awaken, you know, they will find your light. Because it's important right now to understand that we're entering a whole new revolution, a whole new energy, a whole new, the earth is shifting. Yes. And as the earth shifts, we shift. And so if you are holding on to things that no longer serve you, you need to let them go because it's not going to work. 11-1. That was an angel number. But um, the soul, the the soul solitude. So, you know what I mean? A lot of you could be feeling very isolated right now, very alone, very alone. But it's for your own good. It's for your. It's, you know what I mean? It truly is. And you may not understand it right now, but you will. I promise you. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get. Can you guys hear me? Or no? You can. Are you able to leave comments? Like, what the heck is going on? Now we're down to one. People just don't get it. Like, I need to know why you're not able to leave comments. Can somebody please tell me if they can hear me or if you're able to leave a comment? Somebody. If you could just be generous enough to say, yes, we can hear you, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, they don't want to be rude. Okay. All my life. Welcome in. Um, so basically, yeah, your soul is calling you to quiet the mind and sit with yourself because you have messages coming in and your mind is in chaos. Your mind is just going, 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 going. And you are missing the whole purpose of what you're supposed to be doing. And it's making you get off track and go down rabbit holes that you don't need to go down right now, basically. And so you need to sit with yourself and meditate, take a step back, and ask yourself when the last time you were able to center yourself and be with yourself and understand you, the I within you, for real. Because your mind is just going, 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 and it is causing you to self-sabotage, pretty much, you know? And allow this light, understand that you are a beautiful being within this human body. Know thyself. Not only that, you're being asked to be the light for people that are trying to reach for the light and are stuck in the darkness. You know, that's an important purpose in life. There are so many people that are trying to reach for that light and they just don't know how. You are that lighthouse. And the reason you have so many beautiful memories and why you need to quiet your mind, because you have loved ones that have passed over and they're trying to connect with you. They're trying to connect with you and you are overseeing it. And stop it, because that is a beautiful thing to be able to realize. They're here in the here and now. And if you would just quiet the mind, stop the chatter, you will feel the essence of your loved ones that have passed. They're trying to communicate. That's why sometimes you just all of a sudden think about somebody, or you know what I'm saying? Or they're trying to send you angel numbers, or if you're listening to the radio and all of a sudden a song comes on that reminds you of them. Yeah, they're saying, hey, hello, hello. Yeah. That's what I got right there. Hold on. There's more. Um, you know, this may not be resonating with you right now, but it possibly could within 2 weeks. And you know what I mean? See, you're being cracked open. You know, you don't know what rock bottom is until you have an awakening or realize that there's much more to this life of a human or a here and now than what you thought. And so when you thought I hit rock bottom, no, you didn't. You know what I mean? When you have an awakening, that's when you hit rock bottom, because you're going to be cracked open and you're going to think, oh my gosh. Yeah, you think you know everything, but you know nothing. You're being shown something much more beautiful, and you know, everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own truth. And the thing is you have to go within. You must. It has nothing to do with religion. It's understanding yourself, who you are, you know, before you just end up 90 years old on the toilet about ready to die, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, that would be fucking shitty. So, you know what I mean? That's what's happening right now. There's a beautiful awakening happening, and it's happening because you're going to understand what true love, what love really is. Love yourself. You know, there's so much chaos in the world. Be aware of that chaos. But that's not where your energy needs to go. You know? And some of you are going to have deeper awakenings than others. And let me tell you, those ones are hard, but you're here to help others through it when they ask. You're not pushing it on anybody. But yes, this is an awakening. This is what's happening. It may not happen to you yet, but you'll understand what I'm talking about when it does. And you're going to feel, you know what I mean? Your life might be upside down right now. Well, welcome. Because your life's going to feel uh, way down. Way down. And, if you don't think that this happens, it happens. And guess what? It doesn't matter if you want it or not. When it's your time, it's your time. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. See? There we go. Mars energy. Elon Musk. This is, uh, karmic lessons, relationships that you keep yourself stuck in. Why? Because it's familiar. Why? Because you're comfortable. Even though you both are unhappy, but you still remain stuck. This is, where your anger comes from. But also realize that, it's also there to protect you. But I mean, take what resonates with you. But if you are staying in something that no longer fits you or your energy, or, you know what I mean? If you're unhappy, get the fuck out. For real. I know it's easier said than done, but just do it. Or you're going to keep going around that fucking wheel, and it's going to feel like Groundhog's Day every day, and you're going to realize that it's not going to change. So you make the change. Yeah, see, light body. That's why this one came out. What? Two beautiful energies, because the universe wants you to bathe in it, bathe in her. She's a fickle old gal. And when you realize that you're not special, you're not, because you are just a human on this earth, and this earth is a part of a huge, vast universe. We're just a little tiny earth ball, you know? We're human aliens. It's understand that there's so much happening all at once. And you are that center point. You are that light. You are that love. People still don't get it. You know? It's beautiful energy. There's transformations happening. It's a Pluto energy. But see those two lights that look like eyeballs? Yeah. bathe in that. You're never going to understand that. You know what I mean? Nobody, there's nobody coming to save you. You must save yourself. Yes. And it all only takes just a sitting there and protecting your energy and protecting the light around you and just quieting the mind. Just quieting the mind. Get to that still point. And it might take a couple times. But man, when you get there and you get that point and you feel it, you connect your heart to your higher mind. You know, open up that heart chakra. Keep your heart open. And it is so beautiful and calming. And no one can take that away from you. No one. Because you matter. What else? There. Yes. You are not alone. You have, you know, the Pleiadian and Arcturian energy. You have your star brothers. Yes, they're there with you. All you got to do is ask them. It's not weird. You have thousands of angels around you right now, dying for you to ask them for help, dying for you to just realize that they're there. You have loved ones that are just cheering you on and you're not understanding. So here I am trying to give you this message. So take it or leave it. But, you know, they want you to hear them. And it's not hear them like you think it is, but they're there. See? And some of you, you know, you're quiet about it, you're awakening. Some of you have already been awoken and you're quiet about it because you feel like a fucking weirdo. And you're not understanding it. And your friends don't understand it. Your family don't understand it. But when you're alone, you understand. But you feel like an oddball because you still want to stay in the in crowd. Well, you know what I mean? Eventually, it's not going to work out. It's not. And if they were your friends, they will stand by you. You don't got to talk about it to everybody, but they'll be there for you. But some of you, no, you're not going to have anybody. It's going to become a very lonely journey. Very lonely. But it's okay. And, you know, a lot of you, you got that love. This is self-love. And if you are wanting any type of new love or new relationship or anything to do with your soulmate, twin flame, whatever, you have to learn to love yourself first. And, you know, a lot of people, they don't even know themselves. They're so stuck in their ego, and it's just disturbing. But you got that love. So find it, feel it, know it. because the time is now. Because, you know what I mean? Whether you realize it or not, you're gonna realize it, and you're gonna remember my messages. Because we are in a whole new energy. It's the 1111 New World Order energy. Like, sorry, we are in history as of right now. And so the old ways are not going to work. And so if you keep fighting it, guess what the universe is going to do? It's going to spank you. You know what I mean? Like, you might think, who is this crazy bitch right now? I'm going to be that crazy bitch you're going to remember. Because, you know, I'm letting you know what messages are coming through to me, whether you want to hear it or not. But, you know, some of you just might be irritated. My light might be irritating your demons. Well, sorry. No, I'm not sorry, actually. It is what it is. Because not everybody's going to like me. I understand that. But, you know, that's when you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. And, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we are all one. And we need to come to realize that. Step it up. You know? That's all. You know? It takes, man. What else, Spirit? You know? Let me know if any of this is resonating with you or what it is. But say it out loud. You know? Whose ever energies in here, they're trying to get your attention because it's not your father. No. They're not trying to tell you about the damn watch. They're trying to let you understand that, you know, don't fall for the trap. They're trying to warn you about something. I'm not sure what, but you know what I mean? You need to sit with yourself, be quiet, quiet the mind, and if your mind starts chattering off and wandering off like this card, bring it back to the breath. And eventually, you'll realize you're the watcher. You know? And then, you know, just a lot of them feel like they've been forgotten, pretty much. Oh, see, there's the divine feminine. Realize, see her little goat feet? Half goat, half woman. She is one with nature. She's a tree hugger. You know, everyone has the male and female within them. It's about balancing out the two. It's a beautiful energy. This is also an energy of fertility. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, yes, it is. It's a beautiful energy that is at a high frequency. And when you are vibrating at this level, this is where the manifestations will come through. This is clearing your chakras. This is coming out of your lower mind, your lower self, disease and chaos, and becoming into your higher mind where you need to be. She sees the forest, not the trees, and it's beautiful. You know, this is also a marriage card. Or you could be getting a pet goat. I don't know. Take what resonates. Yes, see? North, south, east, and west. North is the new human. South is synchronicity. West is woman. Woman. The man and the woman. And the east is enlightenment. You got your two equinoxes. Yeah. It's a beautiful card. We're at the mid-heavens, right here. Summer solstice, June 21st. This is where we are. My beautiful Leo, the dog star. That's where we are. Yep. The mid-heavens. The start of summer. The longest day of the year. Okay, down here, we have December 21st. This is the winter solstice, Capricorn. This is the shortest day of the year. Right here, these are the equinoxes. The equator, March 21st, September 23rd. The equinox of spring, when the sun rises out of the southern hemisphere and goes into the northern hemisphere. Spends 6 months out of the year and then falls down into the cold winter months. September 23rd, that's the other equinox of, yeah, and these 2 days right here, they're both equal days, 12-hour days and 12-hour nights. Yep. You will never go wrong with the pathway of the sun. The sun. That is the most ancient teaching, knowing, truth that you will ever know, and you can never go wrong with it. And you want to know another beautiful thing? Knowing the pathway of the sun. This is the will of God. This is the will of you. When you understand that, you know what I mean? A mason, it means to build your temple. You must build your temple, build you through the pathway of the sun, because the sun is our creator. You know, with no sun, there would be no life. But this is God's will, the Maseroth. And you know, this is what creates the Taurus field. Electricity, energy, everything is right there. And you know what? You are the center point, that tree of life. And so, yeah, this is where your soul enters. This is where your soul leaves. Yep. This is duality. This is light. This is hell. This is heaven. This is dark. This is light. You know, we have our time, our clock. 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., 12 a.m. Yep, that's where we get our time. All right there. See how much I showed you? Not only the compass, the time, the equinoxes, the solstice, Get the sun, the moon, and the stars. Yep. Because that's where, you know, the word of God, the logos. In the Greek, logos means word. This is the Dhamma will. Dhamma will. What does Dhamma will mean? Red earth. Dhamma. Because in, also, yeah, the Greek, yeah, Dhamma means red earth. The blood of the man and the woman. Promise you. The DNA, danse, in Japanese means danse. Dan means electricity. Yes. You start rooting down all the words. All is atom. Atom katmos. Atom, astronomy, astrology. It all comes from the beautiful will of God, the beautiful pathway of the sun that makes that beautiful figure 8 in the sky. And, you know, everything rises on the east. Everything starts here, March 21st, on the east. That's why we have Easter. Easter is always celebrated right here. And you want to know why? Easter. Because it's on the east and the sun is a star. And everything starts here. Everything rises here. Yes. 6 a.m. the sun rises on the east and sets on the west. A.M., P.M. Yes. And you know, March 21st, but you're thinking, well, I thought January 1st was the start of the year. Well, this is the holy year. But it's still the same equal distance, you know? But this was the original. This should be where you should start understanding this is the new year. This is when the sun is coming up, the resurrection, you know, this is the Messiah, this is the Savior, this is the light of the world. He's coming out of this darkness, out of, you know, the 40 days and 40 nights. Yeah, when he went through that whole thing in the Bible, all the Bible stories come from here. They really do, and it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful understanding when you start to see that. Because when you understand the will, you know, that if you get the world, you know, the little compass thing, when you understand that that's where all things come from, and it's nothing but truth, because it's always been there. I didn't put it there. You didn't put it there. It just is, and you can't go wrong with it. It doesn't matter. You know? When you're on the other side of the world, it all, you can start over here, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It just is. We go clockwise, and everything else goes counterclockwise. Yes. And through the Taurus field, it's happening all through us. You know? It's where we get our math. You know, because the circle with the cross of Atum, that's the symbol of the earth. A circle with just a dot, that's the symbol of the sun. But when you break down the words, all is Atum, it all goes back down to Atum, the ascendant and descendant. So if you think that astrology is, you know, useless, no, it's not. It's a beautiful understanding of who you are. Go to astroseeker.com and print out your birth chart, the time you were born. You know, there's no two souls that have the exact same chart. But you need to, it's a beautiful thing to understand, you know, the your planets, where they your sun, your moon, you know, your ascendant sign. It don't matter if you're Capricorn, a Taurus, you know what I mean? All 12 of the 12 pieces of the pie, which make a 336-degree circle when you cut it into a 12-piece pie, because the sun spends 30 days in each of those pies. And for a 24-hour day, it spends 2 hours of the day. And, you know, the woman goes all the way around it, because Aries is the head, Taurus is the mouth, Gemini are the hands, the twins, Cancer is the lungs, Leo is the heart, Virgo is the belly, Libra is the kidneys, Scorpio is your sexual parts. That, you know, most people have sex right here because it's about 7, 8 o'clock at night before you go to bed. And then those are all your vital, you know, that make your body work. Down here, you know, when you're sleeping, you don't need all that work. You know what I mean? So Sagittarius is the thighs, Capricorn is the knees, Aquarius is the calves, and Pisces is the feet. You know, you can back check me, but this is, you know, Hermetic teaching. This is the tropical astrology, and it's right there on the world, because you got the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and in between that is the equator. And on that equator is the sine wave of the sun that goes up and down and makes a figure 8. Southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. You know, 3 months out of the year is spring. The other 3 months is summer. Down here, 3 months of fall and 3 months of winter. And, you know, at each point, the sun stops for 3 days, dies, just doesn't move. Gets to, you know, down here, December 21st. On the 21st of December, it stops for 3 days. It can't go any further south, you know. And on Christmas, when baby Jesus was born, Christmas, it moves 1 degree northbound. So there's your story there. Yep. It all, and you know what's so beautiful about it? Because it starts out very simple, but it all goes perfectly together through the will of God, the will of you. Know thyself. And when you know thyself, you know, that's why in Job's 33, do you know the Mazzaroth? Because if you don't know the Mazzaroth, then you don't know me. If you don't understand the Mazzaroth, then your life is going to be a disaster. Yeah. Talking about, you know, the constellations, this, you know, as above, so below. Yeah. It's so beautiful, and, you know, it's such it's really disturbing when you realize this truth and you realize what a beautiful way of we have been for centuries now. We have not been shown this. We have not understood it like this. And when you see that every nursery rhyme, it's a beautiful understanding and a beautiful way of seeing it and a beautiful way of showing, you know what I mean, the younger generation, because this is truth and it helps them see it in a whole different light. Have you ever opened up? I'm not trying to put religion in it, but the Bible is just a little, it's difficult, but people are, there's a lot of misleading ways of understanding the Bible. And I never understood the Bible until, you know, I understood it through this. And there's a much deeper truth to the Bible. A lot. I mean, it's, there's a way of, there's a bigger meaning behind it. And that's why Jesus said, those who have eyes will see. Those who have ears will hear. And those who have hearts, you know what I mean? When it's your time, it's your time. But I'm not even trying to force all that, but I'm just wanting this one person or whoever has actually been listening to me, that it is the most beautiful, beautiful thing that you can actually realize. And it's just so simple, but very complex. And it's who you are, understanding you. Understanding these, the eight-spoked wheel. The eight-spoked wheel is the 8 most holiest days out of the year. Why? Because you got the summer and winter solstice, the 2 equinoxes, and then the X that go through that, and that's also the north, south, east, and west. Well, this is Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. Those are the cardinal signs, the 4 corners, the cardinal, the start of each season. The north, south, east, west, this is the news. Yep. Not never eat soggy eggs. I don't know who came up with that crap. But no, it's the news. Those are the cardinal points. The X that's going, in the middle, those are the cross quarter days. May Day, May 1st. Taurus, fixed earth. Over here, August 1st, fixed fire, Leo. Down here is November 1st, Scorpio, fixed water, the eagle. And over here is fixed air, the man, Aquarius. And what are those? Those are God's elements. Those are God's fixed signs. Those are the 4 elements. And in the Bible, if you remember, it said God had the face of a man, the back of a lion, to the side was the bull, and the other side was the eagle. Those are the fixed elements. And those are also the cross quarter days, the middle of the season. Yep. And that's also when the Earth is going through the galactic plane. Yes. And these are also the constellations. We're in the constellation of Sirius right now. When you look up in the sky, the brightest star in the sky, that's Sirius. That is what our sun goes around. Yep. That's where we get our Independence Day. Canada celebrates their Independence Day on what, July 1st? But it all has to do in this constellation, yeah, Sirius. Because that's the dog star. That's what our sun goes around. Yeah. Over here is the Orion and the Pleiadians. Down here is the Arcturians. And down here is the Southern Cross. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so you got your elements. And I know the one person that's watching right now is finding this very interesting and understanding that, wow, she's actually right. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And not only do you have the time, but you even got the military time. Yeah, that's right. You got the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, your chakra system, the Taurus field, you know? Every star is a twin flame making love 24/7. Yep. This is duality. This is light. Sine wave. We were born into sin. You know? When you start to get real into it, in a spiritual matter, it's even more beautiful, you know? And, I 4 years ago, I mean, I'm not saying that, oh, it's magic, but I was awakened. And I'm not saying that that's why I know all this, but you know what I mean? Don't believe everything you hear on the internet or whatever, you know what I mean? When it's your time I'm an old soul, you know? And when I was awakened when, I was at a crisis in my life, and fucking, whoa. But it happens, and it's to help you understand who you are. It was my time to understand my soul song, and it's beautiful, and I have this clarity and this calmness, and you know and no one can take that away from me. No one. It's understanding that unconditional love, that you and God are one. God and the universe are one. You see, you know what I mean? You are, you are, it's, I can't even, it's, you can't, there's no words for it. But, that's besides the point. My point is that this is so beautiful, and I think especially younger children, they should understand that. It doesn't have to be so hard to learn clocks, to learn, you know what I mean? It really doesn't. And being dyslexic or being slow That is not a learning disability. Because when you understand the will of God and you understand how everything works and everything is in threes, time, space, matter, mind, body, soul, human being, you know, it's it's just beautiful. Sex, sex, sacred, sacred energy exchange. Man, woman, child equals creation equals God. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. And just by sitting with yourself, quieting the mind through meditation, and whether you start out however you know what I mean, start now. It's about being in the present moment. That's what, the time is now. And, you don't got to start out hardcore. But, I'll tell you right now, I don't know if you're aware of Manny P. Hall. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. He's dead now, but that man has a lot of knowledge and he's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you can find him on YouTube. Manny P. Hall. Mm, you know, when you manifest, you know, opening the doors to your, to your, to knowing, to understanding. Because you're going to go down, when you understand what humility, you know, understand humility, yes, because it's a part of you and you got to go. But it's okay. You're going to go down a bunch of rabbit holes, you know. You're going to understand Jesus in a whole new way. And that is a beautiful thing. Jesus is a beautiful being. Manifest and don't stick to one teaching. No, no. You take, you know what I mean? And you take what you just be who you are. Understand you. And the only way you're going to do that is you're going to understand yourself through the will of God. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I appreciate you for listening to me. You're welcome. But, I'm not here to preach the Bible. I'm not at all. Because, to be honest, you know what I mean? Religion is something that keeps people separated. It's just, it's the religion of love, The world is just, people are just cruel and mean. I don't know if you see that, but the separation and just this, it's sad. It's sad. But, that's why I don't like to speak of religion or politics, but, it's love. That is what I believe that we're here to learn, is the unconditional love that we all have within us. And to understand you, the I that is with you when you're born, the I that is with you now, the I that is with you when you, the I am that I am, that you know, the I am the you in you. Or fear only fears itself. You are itself. You know? Face to face with the meanings of our words, we can redeem our environment. Meditate on that. Through, you know, it's just when you meditate, you will, you will, you will come to your own truth, and your truth is your truth. Your journey is your journey. There is no right and there is no wrong. We might have differences, but at the end of the day, we end up in the same place. Or, you know, we all have hearts and we all love. And so it's about keeping that heart chakra open. And by keeping your heart chakra open, you got to work on the root chakra, your sacred chakra, and your solar plexus, your three lower chakras, the red one, the yellow one, and the orange one. If you didn't have a solar plexus, you wouldn't be able to digest your food. Your second chakra is where you keep all your sexual energy in. And of course, the root chakra is important because that's your five senses. That keeps you grounded, that keeps you balanced. And it's very easy to make sure they're flowing. Your root chakra is red. Step outside in bare feet. Step into the grass, step into the dirt, and plant your feet on that ground, knowing that that's what you're doing, and just breathe. Breathe in the light and breathe out the negativity. That's all you gotta do. 5 minutes. Knowing that you're doing that, you know, you in 1 week you will feel so much lighter and clear minded. And then, you know, for your sacred chakra, you know, when you're meditating and you really are, you know, you always start with breath if you're new at it, and just concentrate on the breath because your mind's going to wander. Your mind, you'll know what I'm talking about. You're going to be thinking, you know, just don't fight it. It's okay. But just bring it back to the breath, you know, and you might have, you know, everybody has things that they're dealing with that they don't want to deal with. I know I do, you know, but a lot of people, they don't want to deal with it. They carpet sweep it. And when by doing that, you're only hurting yourself because you got to just allow. Just allow. Don't judge yourself. Be the sky. The sky is the sky. And the sky has storms coming through it all the time, rain clouds, whatever. And it allows, yeah, it allows whatever to go through. And, you know, soon it passes through. And what remains there is the sky. You know, your mind, you are the sky. All your feelings and thoughts are just a storm. Just let them, just let them be. And just be. Being. Just be. I'm just trying to point you, kind of to help you out, maybe. But yeah, just. But anyways, it's very simple with the chakras. When you get, you'll start to feel when follow the breath, understand your body within. You know what I mean? You'll start to, you'll start to channel your own energy. But that second chakra is yellow, and it has everything to do with water. So to get that one in balance, all you got to do is be around water, take a bath, go to the lake, swim in the pool, wear yellow, eat lemons, anything yellow. Yep. And your body already knows you're balancing out that one. And the orange one, that's the center point. That's your solar plexus. Everything to do with the sun. That's your creation. That the solar plexus is important. Eat oranges. Wear orange. You know, step out and wake up with the sun every day. Give thanks to that sun, because that sun is the light of the world. Is our savior. I am the light of the world, says in the Bible. It is, though. The sun. It's beautiful, so most people need to realize that. And, then after that, it's your heart. Most people have their heart closed off because heartbreaks and all that good stuff. Well, it's time to burst that heart open. And you know what's happening right now? These awakenings, because Jupiter just moved into Leo. And Jupiter expands, and Leo is the heart. And so, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's awakening to the unconditional love. The 1111 portal, baby. Here we come. But anyways, love and lights, and thank you for allowing me to share that with you. That was a very good live, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Shall I stay on here a little bit longer? Even though I only got one mic. But hey, this dude, hi. Thank you. Yeah. He stayed for a while, huh? Should we pull a tarot reading real quick? Well, I guess we could, because that was fun. Super fun. That was awesome. Yay. Somebody got the point and listened. You know? Wow, that was fun. That was fun. So, let's see here. What else? That was good energy. I'm glad I got that out. Beautiful. Okay. Put old spirit away. And, should we... Let's see what the T is real quick. Gossip. Collective. Whoever comes in this room. what is going to resonate with them. Ooh, girl fight, maybe. We'll see. We will see, spirit, spirit, spirit. You know, have some. Oh, really? Really? All right. Is it going to be one of those nights? Let's do this. I mean, how do you tell somebody that? You just do. Yes, this has been coming out so much. I need to take this to TikTok. Yes. One more. Hooked. We got them hooked. Hooked. That was fun. Oh, creepers. Yeah, I was on my phone earlier. Yep, creeping. I know I got some pretty creepy people, probably. What? So, yeah, but see, they can't steal my creativity. They can try, but, you know, my knowledge is way too beautiful, and I just don't share it like how I know it. And I'm not going to, because most people care less. You know? Do you know? So, a Queen of Wands, it's a fire sign. So you either got a real big bitch on the tail of your ass, or she got you stuck on what? Or there could be a lot of passion, you know? Yeah. From wandering off. Why? Or, yeah, she's very curious. She's been enlightened about something. That, you know, whoever this is, they're understanding something. They're understanding a bigger truth. Whoever was in my room, I just enlightened them of something much, much more deeper. But that's my party girl. What? Maybe you're dating somebody younger and you're going to get them knocked up. Or you're dating somebody younger and, yeah, you need to go to the doctor, Spirit said, because you got some type of STD. That just came out in the, you know what I mean? It's always good to go get checked for that shit anyways. Yep. Because you never know if you're dating a bisexual freaking, you know, these days everybody likes to sleep around and be little, you know, sleep with multiple people, and that can be very dangerous. Whatever floats your boat, I'm not here to judge you, but, you know what I mean? You only got one penis and one vagina, so take care of it. You know? That's just my opinion. My opinion does not matter. But, you know, yeah, it could be a scary thing. You know? That could be a very scary thing. Because, you know, you never know. You could be sleeping with somebody with AIDS. You could be sleeping with somebody that has a bunch of shit. And you just might not get that lucky. And that's a scary thing, because, you know, I know what it's like to be with a big fat hoe. And, you know, I'm very blessed. I ain't afraid to fucking talk about it either. But we'll just keep that out of the energy. Or there's possibly going to be a girl fight, because she found out that she went and got tested and found out that, you know, You gave her STDs and now she's fucking pissed. I'd be pissed off too. Boy, oh boy. And if you are a creator or somebody, you know what I mean? Don't give all your knowledge or, you know what I mean? Because they're stealing your ideas. They are, you know, copying catting, being a copycat. So be aware of that. I see it all day long on TikTok. Create, 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 create. No, there's a whole nother reason for all that shit behind it. They're taking your money. They're giving you AI robots. People ain't really watching your lives. You got to figure out the inner circle first. But you keep creating like that, and it's just you're going nowhere with it. Absolutely nowhere. They're draining your energy. They are draining your energy because that is the start of how the elite will control you. They're mind controlling you. Yep, it really is. If you're not aware of it, you're already done deal. Yeah, you must be aware of it. See, I get on TikTok and this, you know what I mean, a lot, but I'm aware of what the fuck is really going on. I'm aware of it because I do my homework. I just don't talk about it. But that's up to you. But yeah. It's a much darker thing, but whatever. Nobody can get control of my mind. Nope. Unless, you know what I mean, it's already been happening way, whatever. I don't even like to, I don't need, you know what I mean? Let's just drop it. Because that's just too much. But, yeah. To be a creator, I really think you need to understand all corners, the whole ball game before you get too deep. And when you get too deep sometimes and you don't understand the foundation that you're working with, it's gonna fuck you. And it's gonna send you down a big black rabbit hole that it might be hard to get out of. And it's gonna be the wrong one. And sometimes those are hard to get out of. So, my opinion is foundation, understanding what you're doing. Because if you don't understand what you're doing, that could be very dangerous. If you don't understand everything that you are trying to create or talk about, that could be very dangerous. It's a very dangerous energy. You don't half-ass knowledge. You don't half-ass knowing anything. That's dangerous. It's about understanding. So, say you bought a building and you're wanting to build a second floor. Well, you better go downstairs and stand under that floor and make sure that the foundation that you're standing under is going to hold whatever you plan building on the second floor so you don't have a chaos crisis situation. That is understanding. You feel me? I hope so. A lot of people don't. They rush into. I used to do it all the time. Sometimes I still make stupid ass decisions where I'm just like, what the fuck did I do that for? But you could have a new beginning, a new business coming through. The universe is trying to, uh, you know, but things don't just get handed to you. You need to earn them. Some things do, but it'll get taken from you right away. And don't get on this ego trip if you do come into a bunch of money because, you know what I mean? Everything that goes up, you could be at the most high and your most riches, but believe me, the wave comes down and you will go down sooner or later. Because that, my friend, is nature. And I'm still waiting to get up on my rise. And uh, I think I'm on my way. That's about all I got left. Because I've been, you know what I mean? Yeah. If not, then, whatever. I be, I'm gonna spread my motherfucking wings and bounce. But yeah, this is what I'm shooting for. At least let me have 2 days where I'm wearing all gold before I go, because I haven't got to experience that. I can control my ego, so I'm gonna let my ego fly high in sky, but I'm still gonna be loving and give all, everybody, I would bless them instead of being an Elon Musk. But whatever. But you watch. What goes up must come down. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go around the world once. Something. Yep. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do something. You better betcha. Strength. What did I say? That's me and my dog right there. You know what I mean? It is. Because I got that strength. I carry a lot of pain in a very beautiful way. And it's not easy. But right now I'm like a ticking bomb. I need to find some type of something to, release it just a little bit because it's getting a little off balance. Yeah. It's getting a little off balance. I'm about ready to come into that tiger. And what do you know? The Four Wands. Maybe, just maybe, I might get that chance. But I don't want to get married. Nope. But I want to have maybe a little party. Maybe. But nope. I'm leaving this world with my last name. I don't need no business partner. Yep, but this is a celebration. Hopefully, it's the one celebration that, you know, that needs to happen with two little boys. That's right. Old Granny P needs to back the fuck up. Just for a minute. Yeah, she's a little out of control. She's a little controlled. Too much reptilian. Needs to back it up. Because, yeah. But yeah. That's the only... That's the only... It's the only thing I really want to celebrate. Other than that, I got nothing to celebrate. Not really. I got my dog. He's my heart. Yep. Because, yeah, 5 of Cups. That's a pity me, and I'm not in a pity me type of attitude, but some of you are. You know what I mean? Keep wondering, why is this always happening to me? Why? Why? Stop asking why and get the fuck out. You know what I mean? You're crying over these 3 cups right here, whatever's happening, but you got 2 behind you that are trying to, hello, and you don't want to pay attention to them. You want to keep yourself stuck in something that, I mean, I did it for a year, I mean, a long time. And I just, all I got to say is when you finally make that decision, it takes a long time to get rid of that energy. And especially if it's too dark of an energy. You got to really, really work on it. And it ain't easy. It's not. You're going to be hugging a bunch of trees, I can tell you that. But you can half-ass it, but that's a dangerous thing to do. But if it's something, small, I mean, you're just pitying yourself. Shut the fuck up, stand up, realize it, and love that person enough to walk away. Do yourself both a favor. Simple. and then you will get that 10 of cups. Just that family life you always wanted. The family life, the Brady Bunch that everybody wants, but nobody really has that. No, no. But yeah, you know, really play. You know what I mean? Really, they're wanting to throw the fucking bowling balls at each other. That's what's really happening. Come on now. But hey, you know, that's it. Or, come on now. But yeah, you just might get that perfect there's no such thing as a perfect little family, you know? But, be cool. Don't be, I don't even know. Don't be that family that just thinks they're just too cool for school. Because, like, I'll tell you right now, that's what my family turned out to be like. And really, they're not too cool for school. Because, you know what I mean? Do I need to remind y'all? Yep. Let's just sit down and pipe down a little bit. Everybody told me to fucking get, you know, I ain't even trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I'll be quiet. But yeah, there's your 10 of cups. Or maybe you're just being enlightened that they're just fakers. They talk shit because it's something that they like to do, and their story is their story, and whatever is flowing with them, when really, they don't even know what they're talking about. There's a lot of fakey men's. A lot. And when you understand and don't get your feelings hurt that people don't really give a fuck what you're talking about. And I'm not being negative, that's just truth. But anyways, my light just died, so that means the live is done and over with. Love and lights, safe sex, and that was a good one. Wow.